And you know, we were doing a lot of shows, but when we got there, it was like, you know, everybody was going crazy. We got out the car, they was, you know, throwing on my clothes. I was like, wow, I had never experienced that before. Went on stage and, you know, they started pulling me off the stage, ripped off my sneakers. I was like, wow, when we left, my father was like, yo, I think I gotta get security. I was like, wow, I guess this is it. I guess we made it.
That is crazy.
That's dope.
Did I do that? No. No, let me say something. I just gotta talk about it because I tell people this and they think I'm lying, but you know, I was living in the projects, go on his projects in Brooklyn, and Giz comes to pick us out in his Maxima.
Okay.
Back then, that shit was hot.
Yeah, that's like a Lex. That's like a Lex, like a GS.
So, you know, so everybody knows me as a midwife and sister. She's always getting picked up in limos. And I'm like, I'm getting picked up in a Maxima. I want to sit in the front. And then everybody's like, yo, what y'all did when y'all left the studio? I'm like, oh, we went to McDonald's. You know, like, that shit was big to me. And then we ordered at McDonald's right through the drive-thru. And Giz, it was a wrap. Because they were like, yo, have you give me my order? Because they were all coming for him.
Wow, everybody was sitting in the car like, ooh.
Can somebody answer the bell, please? Yo, it was a wrap, man. But anyway, forget that.
That's crazy. That's the light. That's the light.
But it's funny, so Giz almost got bum rushed because of me taking me to McDonald's.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know? So let me ask you, any regrets? Anything that you ever done in the game that you, if you had the chance now to do over again, you would have done it different?
I don't have any regrets. I'm happy. Life is good. I feel like we all make mistakes along the way, but you learn from those mistakes and it makes you better. I don't think I've ever did anything where I was like, oh man, you know, why not do that? You know, never got no charges, nothing crazy. You know?
Yeah, you like a good hot rapper. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no gun charges, no drug charges. It was good. I'm happy. Honestly.
Wow.
No regrets.
So, no, all right, no regrets, right? But what's the difference to you from how hip hop was back then to the way hip hop is now, as far as legal, like, you know, like behind the scenes, like the record deals, the people behind the business.
The business is a lot different. Back then, there was no structure for hip hop. We were just starting. There was no rules. You know, it was new. They didn't have no home of hip hop and R&B. Only time you would hear hip hop was either at first it was just late nights, you know, with Special K and Teddy Ted and them, 2 in the morning on the college station.
You see?
And then after that, you started, you know, getting the Red Alerts and Marley Marls on Friday nights and Saturday nights. It was no hip hop all week long, so it was a lot harder to get broken in. And I think because of that, we all pushed hard, and you know, it was competitive because there was only going to be, you know, that one Friday night, and all of the rappers they was only going to play the best.
Right.
You know, it wasn't. I mean, it was payola and stuff too back then, but now it's like an artist may get played just because of a connection at the label. It doesn't really necessarily have anything to do with their talent level. So we were like the pioneers, like McCain says, the Mavericks.
Exactly, and still to this day, because
it was more lyrical.
Because I rather play the essence of hip hop, the way, the birth of it, than play anything, all the garbage that's out. Like, I'm sorry.
It's funny because people ask me this all the time in interviews, and I try to be politically correct, but it's hard. You know, everybody that comes from the original time of hip hop, they know what it is, and it's like it really doesn't stack up. They're not competing. They don't have the passion anymore. It seems like it's about they just want the money, and I think, you know, that's cool. We all like money, but it's like they're not competing at that level to get the money. They just will do anything to get the money. The art and the passion is gone. That's what I miss.
You know what? I'm looking at that t-shirt and I love it. He is so cute. All right, I have one here and we're gonna have to frame it because this is Mic Check 69, the radio show.
It's going down.
And you know, he has a microphone. We're gonna frame it and we're gonna put it up and you're gonna sign it.
This this image right here, if you remember the first album, What More Can I Say, there's a backdrop and it had this milk container and a gizmo. That's
Okay,
that
so
comes
he's back. So he's back.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. Look at that.
That's dope.
This is crazy. I love it. Can we do a female version like me?
Yeah, we can put
We-
this,
No, we just have to open the container and have my hair coming out. or my horns, either one. So listen, Amel. Oh, paparazzi in the building. Shout out. I'm like, how do you feel about that? The paparazzi thing, like, you know, always like, how did you
it's
deal
all
with that?
good. It's good.
It's good?
Yeah, actually, we're doing more pictures ourselves now because I do so much stuff, and sometimes I don't get the photos. So we do.
Anyway, we're gonna play some music, you know, when he comes back to let
Okay.
people know, you know, Milty and everything.
All right.
But which is your favorite song?
Song that I did for me. Oh my gosh.
Nasty? No.
Yeah, nasty.
She's too close.
Well, I have to say top billing.
Mm.
You know, that's the right thing to say.
Yeah.
But I would probably say, get your mother off the crack. That's one of my joints.
I like that. I like that. You know, I'm definitely gonna play that one.
You have to play it. You have to play
It's
it.
still relevant.
Yeah.
It's still relevant.
But you know what? You know what song I used to like? 16, is it?
16, yeah, the light.
That
That wasn't one of my popular songs.
No, it wasn't. But it's, I guess because I was my age at that time, I was like, yes! I wanted to be on that one. But anyway, but I love that song.
Well, thank you. That was light in the hook on that one.
Yeah.
216.
Yeah, because you know what? It touched like to a young girl like me, like, you know what I'm saying? It was hot. It was a hot song.
Thank you.
Definitely. So we need to bring that song back out. Because this new generation right now, like, let's bring it back out. We're gonna heavy.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Heavy. You know what I'm saying?
With that.
And another thing I was gonna ask you,
Mhm.
you wrote all your stuff, right?
Yes.
You did all your writing and everything back then. And I saw you producing as well.
Yes.
Did you work with any other artists
When?
besides production back then?
Light, it was mostly, we were in-house, first priority, so I did Light, Positive K, Kings of Swing, you know, all the in-house artists.
Yeah, the family, you know. Family.
The, most recently, my latest big hit was Amen. He was one of my artists. You know that song?
He was one of your artists?
Yeah, he's one of my artists.
That was my dude at the fuck you. I
Yeah,
never watched you
Yeah,
back.
I produced
Wow,
that.
I
That's my
dedicated that
song.
song to a lot of girls. I'm not even
You
gonna
see
lie.
this? You see that?
But I meant it in a good way.
Yeah, right.
I really did. I really did. I used to love you, but fuck out of here.
That's terrible, man.
I do love you, but I want to do the Spanish version. Wow, that was interesting. I did like that song, one of my personal favorites.
We could do the Spanish. We got
I
Bill
remember the first time we went, I think the first place we went overseas was Sweden.
Okay.
And it was like, when we got there, it was like, I couldn't believe that the hip hop culture was so big out there. Like, they driving us from the airport and we're seeing, you know, big murals of Flavor Flav.
That's
And
dope.
we went to do the show, they all had the Volkswagen, you know.
Yeah,
man.
I was like, wow, all of the Volkswagens out there didn't have
The
emblems.
emblems.
They still in them. It was like,
Yeah.
so it bugged me out. It almost seemed like it was even bigger out there than it was here.
Okay.
And it's still like that now.
Okay.
Wow.
Come to the crooked I-L to the K. Been getting down since back in the day. What more can I say about the raps? More than a few MCs need neck slaps. Have-ass coming out sounding butt with mass appeal. Cause their chains look truck. And every other motherfucking word is fuck. Trying to be hard. Oh my God. Take a F cause your mic skills are low when you ain't doing jack when it comes to a show.